Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's FailRace episode with So Laborious on GTA 5, racing through Los Santos with a mighty wing that runs a smidge wide around a corner. That's all it takes, just ever so slightly bounces off a wall that would then have the Jester launched over the back of another car. And he's not the only one having issues. Dance97 is minding his own business when doesn't quite get changed direction in time in the camper van. Funnily enough, they aren't the greatest handling of vehicles. It is a really spectacular tumble off the back of a Regina. You can see the damage done to the back of that Regina. Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, you know, the first clip, it was a little bit assisted by a wall, but that was literally just straight off the back of a car. Straight off the back of a car into multiple rolls there. Yeah, not bad going. Inferno the Fox on GTA 5 is messing about off-roading with his trophy truck when some AIs have a massive accident all on their own. That is a humongous accident. The force going through that truck to have got it to stand up on its nose for so long, and then there is a little bit more of afterwards. One of the AIs then rams into the stricken vehicle, runs over the driver who is trying to get out. The driver then gets up from having been rolled over and then run over to fight with the person that was driving the vehicle. He pulls him out of the car, proceeds to beat him to death. And, you know, there's another kick in there for good measure, and then a Sanking goes and crashes into the second of the Bisons, and the person then runs away. Player had absolutely nothing to do with this, minding his own business, bouncing around in the snowy dunes over there, but, yeah, good old AIs. On to Just Cause 3 now, having just completed a mission, we witness the mighty hood ornament. Yes, we have seen the goats before on player cars. This time, though, the AI is desperately trying to shake the goat off. It's not having any of it. The Just Cause 3 goats are some of the sturdiest animals in existence. They really, really are. On to a sleeping dogs next with a police mission just having been complete. However, the tyre bundles have no respect for that whatsoever and decide that said police car should be upside down and then start keying the floor. Yeah, I don't know what's in those tyre bundles, but it's probably not a good idea to go running them over. This one actually from me on FlatOut 4. This is one of the very, very first races. I did manage to spin around a Jeep, went to go and get some additional damage. Camera gets confused. Somehow in all of that, I get turned around, and I'm now being pushed backwards at 100 miles an hour towards the wall with the Jeep stuck in the front of my car, and there is absolutely nothing I could do about any of that one. And then we get stuck in some rocks. Yeah, turns out Jeeps are mean. Jeeps are very mean indeed. Lukey Wolf on Need Speed Hot Pursuit with another incident of cars getting stuck on top of each other. This time it's a police car that has managed to go underneath the player's Ferrari and is kind of dragging it around the corner in a rather peculiar manner. Eventually, Ferrari does drop down. Lopsa on Need for Speed Underground 2 is on the final corner of the race, coming up towards the finish line. As he crosses the line, his car punts an AI vehicle for a huge number of tumble, flips and rolls, and somewhere in the distance, I think it's still rolling, to be honest. That is a, pretty big shunt from the... It's the mighty wing on the back of the Peugeot. That's what it is. That's what did it there. TMDC Hyper on Burnout Paradise. This is a notorious place for falling off into the water. Doesn't fall in the water. It's an amazing grind. Had the car tipped to the left rather than to the right, I wonder if he could have possibly ridden that one out for a truly incredible save. Leo High on Assetto Corsa is racing a classic Formula 1 car, gets some airtime, can't quite control the landing clips. I'm not sure if it's a tree or a lamppost, whatever it is, goes for a huge number of spins before parking perfectly in a lay-by. Yep, those pesky obstacles are quite dangerous. Sticking on Assetto Corsa, we have got some of the 500 a month race cars, although one of them thinking it's a submarine. I don't know what's going on with the blue AI car. It ran a bit wide. There's a fair few troubles through that particular turn at Imola. It's a very fast and scary turn, and the AI car just had enough. Decided that was it. He was done for the day and was going to do a spot of swimming. Black Op 345 Gaming on Project Cars gets things wrong in a braking zone. Rear wheel on the curb as he goes to slow down. Then, the cliffside decides that the McLaren should be going to space for no real good reason on that one. Yeah, that's a peculiar launch, but there we have it. That Mudkip on Stock Car Extreme is racing around one of the incredibly narrow street circuits, gets things wrong in his Porsche. Go a lot worse, though, for the AI car that does a few spins and a bounce around on the crash barrier and then carries on perfectly fine. Absolutely fine from all of that. Just too much speed coming into the chicane, can't quite get the car under control, and spears the AI car into the barrier for many a rotation, and we landed and we're fine. Lost a little bit of bodywork. I think it's the front splitter that's lying on the floor, but aside from that, that's remarkable recovery. And finally, we are on to Automobilista with steel guns and the AIs that can't pit lane. They just think they can't pit lane at all down here. Apparently the brand hatch is just too narrow, trying to get in here with all of these classic Formula 1 cars. That's the second one into the wall. You see, the six-wheel Tyrrell could get away with losing a wheel, because at least it still kind of had something. That one there, it did make it still into the pit lane, as the wheel is still going. The wheel is still making its way into there, and the next car would lose two wheels on its way in, clipping the inside tyre bundle. Yeah, that's not a particularly great one. The next car, can our next driver... No, next driver can't make it into the pit lane whatsoever. How about this particular vehicle? It's made it through the first part, and then not the second part. That's about the best I think any of the cars survived, only losing a front wing, not losing a wheel or anything. And we have another car. Will they make it through the most dangerous pit lane of all? No, they won't. That's another one minus a wheel. There's lots of bits of suspension. It's a shame that they despawn, because I would love to see the collection. James Hunt couldn't make it either. That's straight into the initial time. Yeah, it's a kind of a shame that the bits despawned on that, because there'll be a really interesting collection. Or you could probably build an entire Formula 1 car out of all of the bits that were plenty of front sort of right corners of Formula 1 cars anyway. So, yeah, AIs have difficulties with pit lanes, apparently. That, though, is going to be it for this episode. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via our forums. There'll be a link in the description. At the very top of the forums is the FailRace clip submission section. And there, you can find all of the rules and how to submit them. However, that's going to be it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.